Father Cosmas and community of this magnificent place. It is very beautiful and very comforting to be tonight in this family celebration. I have still in my mind the memory of the consecration of this church quite years ago, and I have the memory from the very beginning of a community with dynamism and real perspectives for a tremendous progress. And here we are. Allow me to say very simply that in a trip like that by the Ecumenical Patriarch and his escorting brothers, it was quite a thing to select a place that will combine the visit of the Patriarch to Washington, D.C. Annapolis was a wonderful choice, and here we are tonight experiencing the beauty of this selection, because already last night we have the representatives of the community at the airport. When we greeted the children, their hands were frozen almost, waiting there, however, and not complaining, let's go inside, nothing like that. They were there. It was a real wonderful opportunity. And tonight when we came and we faced this sea of children and people with the lights, it was again an experience of the quality and the dynamism of this community of Saints Constantine and Helen in Annapolis. As we were sitting, in one occasion, Metropolitan of Chalcedon said to me on the occasion of something we remarked that there is an originality here. There is an originality. Your Royal Holiness, we have been in hundreds of dinners and celebrations. We never had our places marked with a photograph in a frame. My surprise, pleasant surprise about what this community is about, was intensified when I read their menu. I don't recall, even in the most high-level dinners, and even simple dinners, that the bread and butter would be mentioned in the menu. Now, that's not the whole story. What is the way it's mentioned? Petit pain, French. It's a French. With sweet whipped butter rosette. So now you verified the theory that humor is more serious than serious thing, therefore it deserves so much of applauding. And this is part of it. We enjoyed a beautiful service in the church, the doxology. The choir was excellent and we enjoyed it. The address by Metropolitan Evangelos was so well written and well presented, rich and beautiful. Our Patriarch spoke, as always, both in Greek and English, in a way that is both inspiring, edifying, and informing. In other words, it conveys knowledge, grace, and wisdom, and not simply words. So all in all, so far, I don't want to comment about the food and all other things that accompany this evening tonight. Also the nice, wonderful cake on the occasion of 18 years of the enthronement of our Patriarch, the 40 plus years for Father Alex Carluchos, and Your Eminence, allow me tonight, Your Holiness, allow me tonight to offer a word of thanks to our diplomatic representatives, the two ambassadors and the consul generals. They are present in all occasions. Sometimes we say jokingly that because they are in every service, I cannot repeat the same sermon. They are there. And I have to think about what I'm saying because they have been the day before. Not to talk about what they offer in terms of supporting the general issues of the Patriarchate. Some of them, in addition to what the archons do, they are really amazing in offering work in the Senate, the House of Representatives, on the local level, the local authorities, and in general. We are very thankful to these people and to our political representatives in both the Senate and the House of Representatives. Many, many thanks to all of them. We thank also the people who work in the communities. Allow me to say thanks to the president of this community, who happens to be, I don't recall any other similar occasion, happens to be not a businessman or some person from the academic or the working world. He is a photographer. A photographer who spoke so well. We thank him. We thank also the other people who, as always, organize the offerings. The president of the Philoptochos, she reminded me that she was again president of the Philoptochos during the consecration ceremony of this church. And on behalf of all, I would like, and on behalf of the metropolitans of our synod who are present all these days with us, I would like to express thanks to this community and her priest and pastor, Father Cosmas, and the Metropolitan for this evening, which we are not going to forget. What someone said, that it's sad that we don't have the Patriarch as a permanent resident of the United States. But the Patriarch is ecumenical. Ecumenical means any place on earth is his place. You cannot limit him. He is in the Vasilevos Annapolis, Constantinople, but he is someone who really cares for the entire humanity. And therefore, we have to limit ourselves in these short enjoyments of his presence. But we enjoy them and we draw as much as we can from them, even if it is for 1 minute. All the more, this time has been with us and is going to be finally for a number of weeks. We are above all thankful to this ecumenical Patriarch for the level to which he brought orthodoxy and our Yenos, our Hellenism, internationally. The connection that he created and the respect he created for the church on the scientific, on the religious, on the cultural, on the political level. We have been with him in New Orleans, and there you can see the international scientific community, the way of the respect. I couldn't believe in my ears when during this symposium there, we heard from scientists to talk about spirituality, about infusing the work for the environment with ideas that come from the gospel, from orthodoxy, thanks to this ecumenical patriarch. And we were then with the patriarch in New York, and we have many occasions there to see again the same phenomenon. We visited Atlanta, and we visited the headquarters of Coca-Cola Company. Well, if you manage, which is very difficult, to ever go to the very special office of the CEO and president of Coca-Cola, Mr. Mukhtar Kent, you will see across from his desk, so that he would see it every day, a big picture of the ecumenical patriarch with holding hands of the Pope in this famous instance in Constantinople. This is the CEO of Coca-Cola. And on the other side is a small church that he helped restoring in some part of Turkey. And in the dinner that he offered there, they said they never, in any occasion, Coca-Cola had the participation in terms of number and quality that they had in the evening. They hosted a dinner for this patriarch. I don't want to reveal secrets, but I can tell you that he almost, I mean, as far as human nature is concerned, he almost committed himself and the company to assist very importantly and decisively to the work of the ecumenical patriarch in terms of the environment and in terms of promoting reconciliation, love, and harmonious living among the people. This is then the patriarch who took us and brought us so high, and in the days that follow, already mentioned, we are going to be in succession with the President of the United States, the Vice President, the Secretary of State, the head of the Congress, the head of the Senate, academic people in Georgetown University, Brookings Institute, the think tank par excellence in Washington, just this patriarch, bringing orthodoxy to that level. How way we have to thank him. Your Holiness, language is betraying us. It's limited. We don't have any other way, but remember an old expression that comes from classic Greek, not the verb ευχαριστώ. The original classic expression for thanks is χάριν δίδομη. We give grace. Just give grace to God for having you among us, and may God give you many, many and blessed and creative years to be for us a guide, a father, and a model that we are so proud to present not only to our communities and not only to our country here, but to the whole world. Thank God and thank you, Your All Holiness, for what you offer.